What is going on, everybody? It is me, the Viking Weeb, and I'm back. It has been a full, month and a half, I want to say, since I really got to dive into videos. So thanks for being patient with me, the channel, the Bucket Brigade. Today's episode 12, is going to be dedicated to me telling you hello. That's it. My first video of 2025. I'm basically just coming in, giving you some New Year updates. I'll be doing some Q&A. I'll be letting you know what's going on with the channel for the rest of the year. I also will let you know where to submit requests for demos, games, topics, stuff like that. And we'll get into some more community updates as well. But for right now, I hope all of you had a great New Year's. I don't know if everyone that follows celebrates New Year's, but if you do not, happy seasons, happy solstice, because that's real for everybody. Everybody gets a solstice, so happy solstice. Everyone gets a New Year too, just throwing that out there, calendar. But yes, happy New Year's, happy holidays, happy solstice. I hope everyone had a good one. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Got to spend time where you wanted to, got the stuff that you wanted / needed. Me, myself, I visited my parents. That was a pretty awesome thing I got to do. A lot of people don't visit family. Well, I should say actually the opposite. A lot of people do visit family. I was never really the one to visit family, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I had my kiddo with me. We played a lot of Pokemon because that's what we like to do, primarily by opening packs and not just on Pokemon TCG, the app, real packs. So shout out to her for being a Pokemon collector like her father. But yes, myself, the wife, the kiddo, we all went out to my parents. Had a really good time. It snowed, so we got to see some snow out here. And overall, it was a really good New Year, Christmas time frame. Got a lot of time off of work, so I can't complain. I hope all of you were able to say the same. I know sometimes things aren't great, especially New Year, New Me, right? And then it turns out you're still you. I suffer from that. I'm always like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to change this, and then I'm just, it's already the 5th of January. There's no way. I've missed 5 days. I'll have to start over in 2026. I do things like that. Don't be like me. Be like you. That being said, I have some Q&A I was going to go through, but I don't have a lot, so we're not going to create a whole segment here for Q&A. I don't have enough. One of the biggest ones is where to submit requests. I do have my email posted on the page. However, that is just an email for submitting requests and things like that. It goes through my YouTube channel. I get it in a notification. Don't think you're emailing me directly. I won't see it. It just comes as a notification in YouTube. So, that being said, one of the things I'm looking forward to doing and probably committing to here is getting a merge of Discords with the Bucket Brigade. I started streaming, back when Mixer was still really big. I don't know if some of you guys remember Mixer. That was 2010 through, I don't know, I want to say 2016, maybe even 17. I don't know. Mixer wasn't super popular, but I got to be pretty good on Mixer. Not as good as I am now. I'll say that. I was never as successful as I am now. Shout out to all of you. You made me big-ish. I'm big-ish, but I'm bigger than I ever have been. So, once again, big thanks to all of you. We're rocking at a 6.18 thousand subscribers. And that is all of your fault. So I appreciate all of you. I'll say it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 6.18 thousand times again. So thank you. And I'm not going to dedicate, a whole episode to saying thank you 6.18 thousand times. But if you want me to, put that in the requests. So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to merge with the Bucket Brigade, get a good little Discord community going only for followers and subscribers. We started doing that a while back, and it turned into one of those things where, we just invite all of our friends, they invite their friends, and it's not really a community page anymore. So this is where it starts to get, one of us is going to have to figure out, I say one of us, as in the boys from the Bucket Brigade or myself, we're going to have to kind of come up with an idea to get these two Discords to merge. And then the other one to be the boys Discord. And frankly, at this point, I don't really care which way it goes. I think honestly, the best way to do it would just to be start from scratch. But this is yet a conversation I will be having with them. I've already kind of poked the bear with them in this conversation, but I wanted to make sure I'm transparent and keep you all in the loop as well. So requests will eventually, Q&A and requests will eventually be able to just all be handled through Discord. I feel like that would be a lot better than having to rely on YouTube for a lot of notification, this and that problems. So Discord will be the future. But for right now, you can send it everything. You can send DMs and messages through YouTube, and that should be enough. Right, let's see. The next big one is... Where's my request? Oh, so big long period of time. Haven't been on, right? Due to the New Year holiday time frame. What is going to be the theme for this month? I know I've been kind of doing themes every month, especially since Spooktober and Hallowed Be Thy Ween. That's just kind of a really good time of year. I enjoy doing a theme in that time of year. I do not intend to do that every single month. Special months get special themes. Not saying every month isn't special, but I don't really have anything going on in January, so it's not really going to get a theme. It's New Year's. So I guess, we'll just talk about 2024. We'll do like a little highlight wrap up or something like that. Bucket Brigade and the Viking Weeb. Whether it be together and or separate, that's kind of the plan, which I do have some things I want to dive in for 2024, but I'll get to that later. And then last here is favorite demo rated. This one's hard because I could say I'll just go off my rating, what I would give it, right? I could say, I rated this one a 9.2, obviously that one. But I'm not going to lie, that's not the case for me. That's not the case. Just because I gave it a good rating doesn't mean it was my favorite game to rate. I think my favorite game that I rated was Mortuary Assistant. It was fun. It was one of the very first games that I played and got a lot of views and followers from. Definitely one of my more favorite ones, and I do intend on streaming that in the future, just because I don't even want to say it's responsible for helping me blow up as much as I have, but it's consistently still one of the most watched videos on my channel, and it was also one of my earliest videos I did on the channel. So I have to say that one has to be my favorite. Has to be. I have a few other favorites, but that one is the top one. Sublimity, I'm going to say right now, Sublimity is definitely one of my favorites, not just because of the type of game it's evolved into, but it's got a labor of love that I enjoy. I voted for it in the 2024 Steam Game Awards. I knew it wasn't going to win, but like it was just principle for me. I wasn't going to pick something that Steam was throwing at me. I wanted to pick something that I truly believed had a labor of love, and Sublimity was one of those games that I consistently saw the dev making adjustments, making things better. So shout out to Ken Yi. I still feel like I'm saying that wrong. I was calling him Kenny, and then it was Ken Yi. I don't know. But anyway, shout out to him. He's got labor of love going on for Sublimity. And I don't know if you saw, but Sublimity did recently get a few patches since the last time we played it. So we can expect us to jump in and try that. I want to get the Bucket Brigade. I want them both to do their own solo video of their reaction to Sublimity. And they said they would do it, but the only issue is they don't have it yet. So I might need to cop a copy for them, or just tell them that they're not poor and force them to get it themselves. So one of the two, I don't know. But you can expect to see that at some point from the Bucket Brigade channel. Or I should say Bucket Brigade and No Name. But moving right along, I hope you enjoyed those videos as well, those ratings and demos as well. I very much so enjoyed them. I liked putting them on. I liked trying to be scared. I liked genuinely getting scared. It was a good time. It was a good time for me. So let's see here. All right. I'm going to get into the last few segments of this episode. They will be a little bit longer, though. So, all right. First off, my favorite games of 2024. So this one, I have a few. Okay. I feel like I did say favorite games on purpose because I didn't know which ones to pick from. Like at first, I was just I don't really know what to pick. These are all games that sure I've played and I enjoy, but specifically that came out in 2024, I don't know. So I'm gonna go down the line, and I'm not gonna put them in any particular order. I'm just gonna say these are my favorite games of 2024 that I played in 2024. So the first is Balatro. If you guys don't know what Balatro is, it is a roguelite version of poker. It's fun. I got the wife to play with me. She likes it. I have it on my phone and my tablet. I play it when I'm out. I play it in bed. And I play it when I'm reading a good book. Yeah, I said it. I read, kinda. Audiobooks count. But yeah, Balatro. Great game. I think it actually did win some 2024 Game Awards as well, which, that's cool. That's all right. I'll probably discuss those later. Different episode. But yeah, definitely good. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This one's for you, pal. I enjoyed it a lot. I think that game is the best Dragon Ball game that we've gotten since the early DBZ, Budokan Tenkai, all that fun jazz. I think it's one of the best ones. I love the movement. I love you're good or you're great. It's easy to play. It's hard to master. I love just doing a rotating King of the Hill with the boys. I think that is probably one of my favorite multiplayer games, period, of 2024. It's just so good. It's so fun. And unfortunately, I don't get to play it as much as I want to because I refuse to play by myself. I hop on to give the boys the smoke. That's it. I have gotten through most of the campaigns. I think I'm only missing one at this point. And that's just perfecting it, not completing it. Marvel Rivals surprised me, but at the same time, it really didn't, because it doesn't take much to beat Overwatch nowadays. With Blizzard falling apart, Overwatch needs They need something. They need more than Rule 34 to save them. And Marvel Rivals came in with a leg sweep and a gut punch. Marvel Rivals is good. If you haven't tried it, if you like Overwatch, but you haven't played Marvel Rivals, you need to switch and or you need to go try it. Marvel Rivals is good. There's a reason it's getting the rep that it has. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. And that's coming from somebody who was strictly a healer in Overwatch. I tried to get into DPS. I tried to play tank, but I just wasn't playing at the level that I needed to be. But Marvel Rivals is great. So take it from me. Give it a shot. I promise you'll like it. And hey, worst case scenario, it's free. So like, uninstall it if you really hate it that much. You're not losing on anything. Kletka. I said it. Kletka. Kletka was an amazing game. When I played the demo, I was so happy. That was such a good game. I am upset with it now due to the fact the devs made it harder. But it causes more chaos in general. So that's kind of cool. But it still sucks. It sucks. But I'm all right with it. Should it be easier? Yeah. Is it probably going to get easier? They might add an easy mode. I mean, the demo was easy, but like the actual version, not so much. So we'll see. Mullet Mad Jack. I was surprised. From the moment I started, I was in love. The soundtrack, God tier. The movement and like the upgrades and the playability, great. The fact that it's a platformer, right? It's a 2D roguelite platformer. But it's not even like a real platformer. Like when you think of platformer, you think of like Mario style where you see a character in front of you and you're jumping from platform to platform. No. This is first person shooter platformer. Great concept. And the story was actually kind of cool. I enjoyed the story mode. Once you beat it, I mean, there's challenges to do and things like that, but you never really... I mean, there's nothing really to do after that. I mean, you get challenges, you unlock cool stuff, but like the game itself, the devs went for such a nostalgic style and aesthetic. They really pulled it off. I feel like a lot of games coming out in 2025, they could take a look at this game and they could capture some kind of nostalgic, like, aesthetic. And I feel like they could use that because this isn't done enough in the gaming world, let alone anywhere. And I feel like as a community, as gamers, as TV goers and anime watchers, we need more nostalgia. We just need it. It itches that part of our brain. So I definitely gotta say, Mullet Mad Jag really did it there. Let's see, let me go through. Dungeon Crawler. So if you like Slay the Spire, okay? If you like Slay the Spire, you'll like Dungeon Crawler. It's simple. It's on the phone, so you can get it on your phone. It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam. Dungeon Crawler is really cool. I like the concept. It's basically a roguelite meets a card battler. I enjoy it. I enjoy those types of games. If you've heard of Across the Obelisk, it's basically that with like a mechanic. And the mechanic is basically a claw. Because it's not Dungeon Crawler, it's Dungeon Clawler. So, I don't know if you caught that. The claw. Yeah, you're basically using a giant claw, like in an arcade, to grab the items that you're going to use instead of like cards. So it is a card collector, but the cards go into a big machine, and you grab them with a claw. So it's pretty cool. A lot of RNG for that game, so I do enjoy that. Let's see. Stalker 2. I enjoyed playing Stalker 2. I fell off. We will continue that stream in the future. But but I'm not done with it. I'm not done with it. It kind of fell off. A lot of things started happening as far as like the end of the year, just stuff like that. So I didn't really go in depth with that one, but expect to see more of that content, specifically from that game, more streams from that. I'm kind of in between doing streams or actual recording playthroughs. I haven't decided yet, but I feel like streams are just they're a little bit easier to do in the grand scheme of things, but I understand for quality purposes, recording might be the better case. So expect for 2025 to see a little bit of both. Also, to double tap on the whole streaming and recording, the Bucket Brigade and I will be back, hopefully closer to the end of January here. And you should expect to see us finally finish up Remnant 2 to include the DLC, and then we're going to jump into something else. I don't know exactly what yet, but I'm hoping it's Dark Souls 3, because I actually haven't played through Dark Souls 3. I've been wanting to for a long time, so we'll see if we could do that. That would be pretty dope. Let's see. Dark Hours. Dark Hours, you made me happy. You made me happy. I feel like there's so much more in Dark Hours that could happen. Customization-wise, you could add so much to that game, and that would be dope. If they did that, I feel like this game would immediately be better. Immediately be better than what it is. And it's already an amazing game. The replayability is high. It's basically a simpler version of Payday with like paranormal activity. And I love that. I love that. The idea is original, makes me very happy. I would like to see that game skyrocket. It was definitely one of my favorite games of 2024. That's for sure. Also, Backroom Company. It's just like Lethal Company, but it's a Backrooms game version of it. You guys know I play a lot of the Backroom demos, and I know which ones are good, which ones are not good. I try to weed the good from the bad. Backroom Company was up there. It was one of the better ones. Let's go into the next topic. So the next topic is the best anime of 2024. I'm gonna have to just go off on a limb here. I'm gonna freeball most of this. I don't have a list, and I'm not gonna put these in any particular order. However, the number one spot is going to Dan. That anime is the best of 2024. Period. I don't care what other people have to say. And you know my favorite part is? I remember seeing that pop up on Netflix as a coming soon. And I added it to my, notify me. And the wife and I watched it as soon as it came out. And I'm so happy I did, because I think I've discussed this before in the past. I'm one of those people where if something's bandwagon, I'll avoid it. I will avoid it. I have avoided so much just because it's mainstream and a lot of people watch it, or a lot of people see it. Refuse. But I got on this one early, so haha. I guess I'm the only one that like suffers for that, by the way, or not. I get to choose my suffering level, and I chose not to suffer here. So yes, very agreeable. That was probably the best anime of 2024. I know No Name will probably hit us with the solo leveling. So I do feel like I need to say Solo Leveling. Also, for those of you that don't know, Season 2 just dropped. So, you can go watch Season 2. I don't know if they're doing episode by episode. I think they are, just like they did with Season 1. But that is on Crunchyroll now. So you can go check out Season 2 of Solo Leveling, which, once again, that is another one of my favorites for 2024. And I think those are about all that I had for 2024. I think Freerun actually did make the list too. Yeah, Freerun makes the list. Another really good one, Delicious in Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon was definitely up there for my favorites of 2024. it was a concept that the wife and I enjoyed. Every morning, whenever it dropped, we would sit there, we'd eat our, breakfast and watch our cartoons, and that was it. That was the one right there. Really good, really good. We probably watched that. I want to say we rewatched episodes sometimes. Like it was just overall good. Another good one, Re-Monster. So for those of you that like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, but you want like a different version, Re-Monster. I I enjoyed it. It's not as good, and it's got a little too much fan service for me. Even though fan service isn't an issue, that they, you know what it is? They tried to make it better than what it is. That's really it. Oh, and Dragon Ball Daima. That was another good one. Speaking of, I don't know if everyone saw. I won't give spoilers away here, but I'm just letting y'all know something really cool did happen. So y'all should go check it out if you haven't already. Definitely up there for one of the coolest things in Dragon Ball history to happen. So love it. Love it, love it. Now, that's going to be the end of favorite games and anime of 24. Let me dive into what I'm excited for in 2025. So first of all, I'll keep the anime rolling, okay? Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days is up there, okay? Now, we also have Solo Leveling's Season 2. I have already mentioned that, but that's going to be up there as well. Apothecary Diaries should be, I want to say it's early 25. We should see that. Also, some Dr. Stone. Spy Family. We will see Season 3 in October. Fire Force Season 3. We should get that as well as Demon Slayer, the movie, and Vinland Saga. I think Fire Force is April. And then we're finally getting our Genpachi Sensei, which is, if you don't know what that is, shame on you, first of all. It's Gintama, which they ended the series with a movie in 2021. But if you're like me, you still want more Gintama, because Gintama is just one of the best, if not the best, comedy anime of all time. Yeah, we're finally getting our Genpachi Sensei in October of 25. So definitely up there. Lazarus. I know a lot of people were talking about Lazarus. It's basically influenced by Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. We're set to see that. I also want to say in September. I already mentioned Solo Leveling. Sakamoto Days I already mentioned, which we should see on the 11th of this month in January here. We'll get the final season of My Hero Academia, which will be awesome. That comes in October. I swear, if they did what they did with Attack on Titan, I'll hate this show. I will genuinely hate this show if they do a final season, part 1, part 2, part 3, and they turn it into movies or some shit. I'll burn the entire. I don't care. That'll piss me off. One Punch Man Season 3. We finally get to see one animate this. He's been taking his time with the manga, and I'm very happy that he has. But we're finally getting the return of Saitama here this year. I think we should expect this in October, if I'm not mistaken. We'll also see Dan make its return, Season 2, which is pretty quick if you ask me. I don't really know when it's supposed to air just yet. But that is all I got for anime. As far as games go, there is a lot of games coming in 2025. So if you were unaware, all you Final Fantasy fans, 7 Rebirth comes out January 23rd. I'm just trying to pick out the big ones. Spider-Man 2 for PC comes January 30th. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, so I don't know if you all follow Asmongold, but he was kind of making fun of Ubisoft, as he normally does, because Ubisoft's a dying company. But yeah, it, Assassin's Creed Shadows is set to release on Valentine's Day on the 14th. I'm not looking forward to this game based on what I've seen thus far. I'm very happy that we as gamers are slowly boycotting the company that said players should be comfortable not owning their games. No, I spent the money. It's mine. And if I ever log into my account, I should be able to just download it. You know what I should be able to do, actually? I should be able to download a game, rip it to a CD, and play it off that CD come the apocalypse, you know? I should be allowed to do that. I bought it. It's mine. I shouldn't have to log in the internet to play it. Or vice versa. I should be able to play it online or offline. You know what I mean? If I were to just have no internet whatsoever, but I bought it, I should be able to play it. You know, unless it's multiplayer only, then I should be able to at least access the menu. None of this connecting to server shit. It should be offline modes. My highest anticipation is coming out on the 28th of February, and that's Monster Hunter Wilds. I can't tell you how excited I am for Monster Hunter Wilds. I will be taking time off of work for Monster Hunter Wilds. That is a game that I am super excited for. I don't foresee myself enjoying very much else other than that game after it drops. Yeah, I know Ghost of Yotai, they're talking about it. Still not confirmed for a date. Hunter x Hunter, Nen X Impact, still looking for a date. Let's see. Lovecraft, Marines versus God. That's weird. That's gonna be odd. NASCAR 25. Oh man. Marines versus God, eh? Pokemon Legends A through Z's dropping. Once again, these are all ones that are just, they don't have a date or even a year really. They're just talking about them. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm very excited to be back. Look forward to more content coming in the future. As far as regular content, we should be on the bi-weekly schedule for podcast episodes and the opposite bi-weekly schedule for recordings, demos, or streams. If for whatever reason it doesn't drop when it drops, I'll do my best to send messages out to everyone letting you know of the delay. But that is the schedule we're looking to keep for 2025. So I appreciate all of you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares. I got to see all of that come through in the end of year wrap up for my YouTube channel. So that was really cool. I appreciate all of you for that. So without further ado, as always, be well, be safe, be good, and good night.